see that cooler air. Storm Patrol Viper showing us a completely different scenario than it was 24 hours ago. Yesterday, we're tracking that line of showers and thunderstorms associated with the cool front in the Gulf. Now, obviously, that's passed by. We're sweeping clear, and the temperatures starting to fall. Now that we've lost the sunshine, we're already down to 64 in Port Charlotte, 66 in Fort Myers, 65 in LaBelle, and you have to factor in that wind. Right now, we have winds at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. That breeze is going to be a factor for us overnight tonight. And with what cloud cover we have in place right now, clearing off over the next 4 or 5 hours, our temperatures are going to be moving downward very quickly. As a matter of fact, they're going to be plummeting overnight tonight. Some of us tomorrow morning are going to be cold, others are going to be colder, and then some of us are going to be the coldest. We'll go city by city, zone by zone, show you who's going to be the coldest first thing tomorrow morning. But then there's also a rebound as far as our temperatures go. We'll have that for you and a complete look at the holiday weekend coming up.
All right, thank you, Jim. And that cold front moving up the coast now. You're taking a live look at Tampa International Airport. The wintry weather in the Northeast having an effect on air travel as folks try to get their families around for the holidays. Four Corners' Gabrielle Saran at Southwest Florida International, where she's been keeping an eye on flight delays and cancellations out there and talking with many folks trying to take to the skies for this holiday. Gabrielle?
Emily, trying is right. For those waiting around here, patience is in short supply. But there are no cancellations or major congestion. The biggest snag is a flight delayed for an hour and 45 minutes. Take a look.
I was really disappointed.
At Southwest Florida International, the record delay is this LaGuardia-bound flight to New York. Initial takeoff was 4:15.
It's 6 o'clock now, so I'm upset about it.
This will be Kelsey Congress's first time flying north to meet camp friends.
They've been contacting me and they were upset, but they know the weather's really bad.
So does Beth Jadazik. Headed to JFK, she planned ahead in case the weather took a dive.
I was going to notify the rental car that we were going to have the car a day or two extra.
While some frustrated passengers sat it out in the main terminal, others went straight to their gates.
It's a little frustrating because I don't like waiting around airports.
The big board shows departures delayed between 10 minutes to well over an hour. As for arrivals, most are on time. These passengers just landed from JFK. They prepared for the worst.
When you look at the weather patterns, it looked like it was going to be really bad throughout the whole, eastern seaboard.
But they were pleasantly surprised.
I thought I would have been delayed and the rain would have been awful. None of that happened.
And if you're headed to a city with wicked weather, take precautions. That means arrive 2 hours early. And even if you get to your gate, don't wander too far away from it because that flight could always take off earlier than posted. Live in Fort Myers, Gabrielle Saran, Fox 4, in your corner.
All right, thank you, Gabrielle. And for the latest information on flight delays and cancellations, you can always head to our website, fox4now.com. Click on that big red 4. We've provided a link to the airport for you.
What a lame thing to do. It's unbelievable.
The Lee County Sheriff commenting on a new trend we told you about last night. It's called the knockout game, where teenagers randomly attack strangers to try and knock them unconscious. And tonight, a local teenager is behind bars, accused of trying it in Southwest Florida. 4 in your corner, Sarah Belsole has the details on the arrest and what her victims have to say about it.
Well, a 15-year-old Cypress Lake High School student has been charged with 2 felony counts for battery on a person over the age of 65. Lee County Sheriff tells us that she and 3 of her high school basketball teammates were just hanging around before their basketball game, and that to them meant sneaking up on strangers and attacking them, and it was all caught on video.
This video shows it all. High schoolers egging on their friends, kicking a 72-year-old man to the ground, and the laughter as they run away.
Disbelief at what could have hit me to knock me to the ground like that.
Robert Lerberg says he still can't believe he's a victim of the knockout game.
People who are wondering if it's real or if it's a media hype, I can answer that question for them. It is real.
89-year-old Harry Hurwitz also knows firsthand the disturbing game is real. About a half hour after Lerberg was attacked, a group of teenage girls rang Hurwitz's doorbell.
When there was another girl standing here and whap!
A slap in the face, and the girls took off running. Hurwitz says he didn't think anything of it until he saw reports of this knockout game on the news.
And it suddenly occurred to me, I don't believe it. This is not New York. But obviously, these kind of things spread like wildfire.
Deputies arrested a 15-year-old girl for both attacks, but Hurwitz says he thinks educating her on what she did wrong is a better punishment.
It's not that long ago that I was a young person myself, and they get sucked into these situations without realizing the consequences.
Consequences Lerberg says these girls need to face.
That people are human beings, not objects, and not to just go along with the mob mentality.
The 3 other girls who were involved in the attacks aren't facing any charges as of now, Sheriff Scott says. The only one girl physically attacked the victims, and sometimes it's better to use other participants as witnesses in cases like this. There was also another woman attacked in the same area as the others. The Sheriff's Office says they believe all of the cases are related. Sarah Belsole, Fox 4 in your corner.